to the BAFTAs.
It's just a lovely place to be and to be able to show up and just say thank you to people.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's my first time at the BAFTAs. It's such an honor.
Enjoy the show.
London City, hello.
The BAFTA goes to...
Thank you, BAFTA. I am absolutely humbled.
Here we go.
Hello, I'm Dermot O'Leary.
And I'm Edith Bowman.
And together we are absolutely freezing! But such is our professionalism, our dedication, our heated undergarments, and our, frankly, Celtic disposition that we are out here in the Royal Albert Hall, and we're going to stay out here for the EE British Academy Film Awards Red Carpet 2019, the longest titled red carpet show of all time. I need a moment to go over this.
Now, we're here to keep you company until the main awards show gets underway, and believe me, plush and magnificent as it is, we'll be bringing you much more than just the carpet.
Oh, yeah. Incredible as it may seem, we're more interested in the people on the carpet, because what is a carpet if not for walking on?
Beating?
That's true.
Flying?
Yes, both excellent uses, but assume this one doesn't take off as the stars make their way along here. We'll be using all our guile, our cunning, our expertise to get them to talk to us.
Basically, they do not have a hope of getting past us until they spill the beans. And when they do, we'll be asking such intelligent and thought-provoking questions as...
Olivia Colman, which film is your favourite?
Yes.
Or Remy Malik, will you do the fandango?
If we don't speak to Richard E. Grant, will he ever forgive us?
See, they're going to be flocking to us. But just before that, here's a reminder of some of the incredible work our nominees have done just so they get an invite to be here tonight. Tough gig.
Look at me! Look at me! How dare you! Close your eyes!
There's only room in this band for one hysterical queen.
Who the hell are you guys?
Stallworth Brothers.
Wow, gay! That is freaky.
It's wonderful to see you.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
You just write that now. Pretty good. Tell me what you're trying to say.
I don't know. Yeah, I miss her.
Then say that.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
I am a kingmaker.
With the right white man, he can do anything.
So we gonna do this thing, or what? Is this happening?
I believe we can make this work.
Hot damn.
So the stars are currently being kept in a special holding pen up there where they shortly be released at 5-minute intervals. It's the only way to avoid a stampede. But last night there was no holding them back as they ate, they drank, they played musical chairs to their heart's content at the BAFTA Nespresso Nominees Party hosted just up the road in that there Kensington Palace.
Very posh. And we were there doing some Premier League schmoozing.
I'm a huge movie fan, so getting to actually get to know people that I love their work and different directors, and just getting to be around all these creative people is pretty wonderful.
People have often asked, what does it feel like to play a rock star? And I said, I'm not a rock star, I'm just an actor, and I think this is the closest I'm going to get to that rock star feeling. I'm at a palace tonight, the royals may be here, I'm feeling quite royal myself.
I'm pretty excited. This is a really new experience for me. I'm sort of floating on a cloud at the moment. It's amazing.
It's getting a chance to celebrate all your peers' work and actually, you know, get to talk to them about the work.
The first miracle is that you get to make a movie in the first place. And this is just like heaps of cream on top of a dessert.
It was a good year for movies. I mean, The Favorite kind of broke my brain in the best possible way.
It's the first time ever that two of my favorite films have been in foreign languages and in black and white.
I thought Roma was absolutely extraordinary. I agree. I thought The Favorite and Roma were both off the chart.
Roma is, I think, perhaps my most favourite film. I just think it's absolutely extraordinary and beautiful.
Spike Lee, you can't go wrong with Black Klansman. I love seeing him get his due. Olivia Colman in The Favorite was, as everyone says, one of my favorites.
I was a fan of Stars Born, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Of course, if Beale Street Could Talk.
I think the level of craftsmanship of the British film industry is known worldwide.
As a Brit, I think it's really important to the industry to show that art off, really. It's a wonderful way of celebrating it.
Anything like this that celebrates movies and makes people want to look at them and go to them that's always worthwhile. Huge champion of that.
Now that is not a bad caffeine-fueled way to spend your Saturday night, let me tell you.
Where were you? I mean, I spent my entire night literally trying to find you.
It's a circular room. So I was it's not dissimilar to the Albert Hall, so I was literally running around after you.
The whole night.
The whole night.
Damn it, that was me.
Favourite person you saw?
Oh, Melissa McCarthy, just attached to Richard E. Grant. And he's just awesome. He's so
best, isn't he?
loving this whole response to his performance and just, brilliant, love him.
I just really hope the night's set up for him, you know.
Yeah, I think we might. I mean, I don't know. You'll have to wait and see.
But it was lovely. It was fun. It was fun.
Everybody was there mingling, and it was nice because it was all the kind of big faces, but it was also all those people behind the scenes that do all the hard work as well. We're getting to drink caffeine-fueled drinks.
So I know we'll get any sleep last night. Now I've just heard the cry "Stars Ahoy!" from the Red Carpet Crow's Nest, which means the nominees will be here any minute.
Before that, though, we've just got time to show you the amazing performance put on by Cirque du Soleil from their show playing right here at the Royal Albert Hall. Now, fittingly, in the year celebrating the 50th anniversary of the first moon landing, the performance is inspired by the story of human evolution, starting with the primordial ooze and ending with the exploration of the fantasy of the human flight into space.
Very strong. Good work.
Know my stuff. This is Totem.
You can see another astonishing, no doubt, performance from Cirque du Soleil later on.
Yeah, very exciting because we have two gentlemen who are nominated for the fantastic If Beale Street Could Talk, composer Nicholas Patel and director and writer Barry Jenkins. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. A little chilly, but good.
This is not cold.
I'm from Miami and I live in LA.
I'm from New York and I'm cold.
What does it mean when the film is recognised both for this wonderful adaptation that you've made of this film and also for the music? Because you two have got a very special relationship partnership, working on Moonlight previously.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, for me, James Baldwin, who wrote the source material of the novel that we adapted from, was a big cinephile, and so to see his name associated with the British Academy means everything. And then as far as Nick goes, I just feel like our partnership takes the art to a different place that it can't get to otherwise, and so to see him recognized means, you know, I feel like a proud father.
We don't know too much about James Baldwin in this country. Would that be a novelist that you grew up with?
Yeah, you know, I actually, and even in the States, it wasn't until I was out of undergrad that I first discovered James Baldwin. You know, unfortunately, like a lot of black authors, he's lesser read, you know, than his white peers. But I think he's having a renaissance right now, or at least the world is catching up to him. So again, I think it just feels really damn good to see the work recognized.
Have you thought about the possibility that you might have to get on that stage tonight and make a speech? Have you got some things running through your head that you might want to say?
There are a few things that I think I would want to say. I can already think of one person I want to thank. So, but it's almost it's hard to imagine. You know, it's such an incredible honor just to be here in the first place. And I think, you know, like Barry was saying, I mean, it's so special working on a project like this and sharing it. And I think when it actually gets recognized at this level, it's something very, very, very meaningful.
Oh, you're looking great, but I have to say, this isn't your first rodeo. For a man not to turn up with socks is...
Great.
This would be a questionable choice in a British winter, my friend.
It's my style, bro. It's my style. I got to keep doing it.
Like you say, it's LA Miami, baby.
He took down.
I didn't make him do that.
We could do it with the girls, we could do it with the men. Come on.
One last question. I read that you're going to be adapting Underground Railroad, which is just it's one of my favourite books of the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Where are you with it? And you must be so excited about it.
Yeah, so we're casting, we're location scouting, finishing the scripts. We're actually looking at quite a few actors from the UK, of course, because we don't discriminate. And so yeah, it's we're going to start shooting this summer. So I'm very excited about it. It's nice to be in the award season, but have something that's being created while you're still talking about this thing that's already been created.
Yeah. Listen, it's so great to see you both. I wish you all the best luck in the world tonight.
Thank you, my dear.
Yeah, have a great night. Thanks,
Good luck,
guys.
chat.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And look at this way. Look this way, please.
That's great, guys. Thank you very much.
John S. Baird, director of Stan and Ollie, looking dapper, sir.
Trying my hardest, yeah.
Oh,
trying my hardest.
We have to get down to these shoes if we can. I don't know if we can, but we'll get a shot of them. Those are amazing. Total Stan and Ollie.
Hello, sailor. Yeah.
How are you feeling about tonight?
I feel very good, you know. I feel I've never been nominated before, so it's very exciting to be here. I've been at the BAFTAs once before, but never as a nominee, so it's a new thing for me. But very excited, you know, and kind of feel as though we've won already, really, because how the UK and Irish public has taken the film to their hearts.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really it's a win-win for us, you know.
And Steve obviously up for Best Actor as well, and seeing his performance be recognised as well must make you feel very proud.
I feel very proud of Steve. You know, he worked really hard for this. You know, and he went above and beyond, and he shocked me with how professional he did. He shocked me with how dedicated and professional and how much he really wants to do these big serious roles. You know, and I think he's an incredible actor. He's going to do so many more bigger things now after this movie.
Well, it's that kind of thing where we know him for comedy, but to see him do, I think Philomena was one of the first things that he obviously won here for his writing side of things, and there's that connection, of course, with Jeff, with your writer as well with this film. It's lovely, the full circle that it's done, really.
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, Jeff and Steve are very good friends, and myself and Steve have become very good friends since. But Steve, you know, Steve started out as an actor. He always wanted to be an actor. He didn't really think of himself as a comedian. He kind of doesn't either. It's almost
crazy,
like,
that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit strange, and people, you know him for as being a comedian. But his first love is acting. Yeah. And I just think this puts him in a new bracket. This kind of movie, you know, and he deserves it.
I know what a big film fan you are, and this is kind of like the night where everybody comes out. Are you excited? Anyone to kind of bump into on the carpet or say hello to tonight?
There's quite a few of them, actually. I was lucky enough to do a Q&A with Pavel yesterday at BAFTA, and he's just a charming man. And a lot of the, in fact, I think the strongest category this year is the foreign language category. It's incredible. Very difficult to split that one, you know. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of them. Obviously, there's a few of the actresses who I want to bump into because I've been huge fans of theirs, and my wife's sitting down there, so I can't say too much. But no, I think probably the one I want to see is my friend Thelma Schumacher. Yeah.
The Fellowship tonight, quite rightly so.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Thelma. I haven't seen her for a while, and it's so fitting that she gets this because an incredibly talented woman and an incredibly humble woman as well, you know. So she deserves it.
Well, listen, I wish you all the best tonight.
And can I say, you are looking incredible.
Thank you, John. That's so kind of you. Great to see you. I'll see you at the after party.
Will do. Take care.
Celebrating. Bye, John. Thank you.
How are we feeling about tonight?
Good, it's dry, so I'm really grateful.
Well, the Americans are just so happy it's not raining.
I know, I'm like, I'll take cold. I'll take cold.
This isn't your first rodeo, is it? Your 7th nomination now.
Is it?
So.
That's amazing.
I
always love the BAFTAs. No, it's fine. I love the BAFTAs. They're my favorite awards show of the season. I'm not sure. It feels, I don't know, there's such a rich tradition of history with the arts in the UK, so you have that, but then it's also a really celebratory night. I can't explain it. It just has a different energy, and it's my favorite.
So in terms of your part in Cheney, how was that? I mean, where did you even start to research it? And did you guys know you were onto something quite special quite early on?
Well, anytime you're going to be joining Christian Bale, who's going to be transforming like that, you know that it's going to be elevated and it's exciting. And Adam McKay, I had worked with him before, and then I was a really big fan of The Big Short. So I was really excited to see what he would do with sort of this idea that he had to tell this story of the pursuit of power by using Dick Cheney as an example. So it was really wonderful.
Because when I watched it, I thought, God, he's kind of almost ghosted through history. He's kind of gone under the radar in many ways.
It's amazing, isn't it? I like that term, ghosted through history. I'm going to use it, yes.
What else have you seen that you've loved this year?
You know, there's a film called 8th Grade that I absolutely loved. And then I watched Bohemian Rhapsody with my daughter. So it was really fun for her to see. She's a big fan of Queen. So it was really fun to get to watch that with her. And it was like experiencing the music for the first time with my child.
How old is she?
So it was great. She's 8.
Oh, wow.
I did have some explaining to do about some things. You know, there were some things where I was like, that's a funny costume party. But, you know, she was just so excited to watch the music come to life in the way it did. So.
Best of luck tonight. It's
Thank
lovely
you
to have you
so
with us
much.
again. Thank
Nice
you.
to be here. Thank you.
I'm now joined by Marina de Tavira. How are you? You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You too. I'm really happy, really honored to be here.
Well, your incredible film Roma is multiple nominated tonight. How do you feel about that? You must be very proud.
Well, I am. I'm very grateful with Alfonso that he chose me to be a part of this film that's been received in a very incredible way, and I'm really honored and excited to be here. It's my first time, so I'm trying to enjoy every minute of it.
What was that experience like on this film? Because for us as film fans, it's the most incredible experience to watch it. But for you being part of it, what do you remember from that experience?
It was really transforming as an actress. I think Alfonso really made me give all the best I could. He would never let me get away with something he didn't want, like we would do it again and again. And it was a very different way of working because he did it in chronological order without sharing the screenplay with anyone. So we would learn day by day what our characters were going through. So it was most like a real life experience.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting tonight is the film has got many nominations, and Alfonso is pretty much nominated for every one of those categories as well. Whereas with most films you have a different editor or a different cinematographer. He does everything.
I know, in this film he really does. I mean, it's really personal for him, so he embraced like everything, and I think it's his heart there.
Yeah, and you must feel very proud as well with the reaction that the film's had.
Of course, we've received so much love. People share their experiences, their childhood experiences, talk about the women that like brought them up. So it's been really beautiful.
And you're on stage tonight presenting an award.
Yes, we are.
What are you presenting?
Best Adapted Screenplay with Yalitza Aparicio, the lead of Roma.
Yeah, who's here tonight as well. That's a tough category.
Well, and they're incredible films there. Incredible films.
We just had Barry Jenkins up actually, obviously one of the nominees.
Exactly, with Bill Street with talk.
Yeah. Oh, well, listen, it's great to chat to
Thank
you.
you.
Have a great night
Thank
tonight.
you. We will.
Congratulations
I'm
again
sure
on
we
Roma.
will. Thank
Lovely
you.
to meet you.
Lovely
Thanks.
to meet you
Have a
too.
good night.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, then do that.
Let's shut the door.
Or just a natural shot of me leaning up. Wait, apparently not.
I just need to see
So
the
welcome, lovely to have you with us.
Oh,
Haven't
nice
seen
to
you
see
for
you.
ages.
That's a spray-on suit. That fits you fine, sir.
Well,
that's very good. Very shiny shoes.
Do you know what you're presenting tonight?
I'm presenting the best short film and the best short animated film.
Was it one of the double headers?
One of the double headers, yeah.
So
One of the
what's
things that won't make the
tricky
edit.
though?
Won't make the edit package. I can say whatever I like. I can swear, drop my pants, anything. Yeah.
So what have you watched that you've loved this year?
Well, I have a couple of friends nominated, so it's not about what I like. It's about I want my friends to win. I want Richard E. Grant to win, and I want Vigo to win.
I think the whole world
the rest I
wants
don't care.
Richard E. Grant to win. There's just something, you know.
It will be a magnificent moment when he wins this, and when he wins the Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the latest on the OA?
I'm not allowed to say, but don't book any holidays. It's coming soon. I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say that. They do this. Netflix are very secret about it's just going to suddenly appear online. I have a film coming out that I can talk about, but I can't. I asked specifically, I said, can I talk about the OA? And they went, absolutely not. And even this conversation is good. I'm in it. I'm very much in it.
I can't wait.
And it's fantastic. But I would say that, wouldn't I?
But also, the great thing about the OA is you can pretty much say what you want, and I'd believe it.
It's mental. I mean, I've got to say, so we've done a second season, and a lot of people who do a second season of something basically repeat the things that were successful. Those two, Zal and Britt, who write it, and she stars and he directs, are so crazily creative. They just felt empowered to go even further off the deep end.
It's
It's nuts.
Yeah. Good luck tonight.
Thanks very much.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
You
And
get nervous about this or not?
I get nervous about making a joke because it either gets a laugh, which feels great, or it's horrible tumbleweeds, and then you don't want to make eye contact all night. But it's exciting, though. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, see you later.
Oh, this one, my favourite. You told me last night at the fancy dinner, you were like, wait till you see what I'm wearing tomorrow. You look amazing.
Thank you.
You love this side of it, don't you?
I
Of just
do.
having fun and just exploring stuff with
Yeah,
it.
I love it. I think it's just another way to express yourself. and
Yeah.
it makes me feel great, so here I am.
Cynthia Erivo, you're the best, and you're nominated tonight. How are you feeling about the EU
Really
Rising Star?
excited. I'm really excited to be even like in the room with these people. It's amazing.
Well, that's a wonderful thing because you've had this incredibly successful theatre career, and film is quite a new thing for you. But you know, over the last couple of years, the roles that we've seen you in, and Widow's obviously nominated tonight as well.
Yeah.
You're having a lot of fun, but also a lot of success.
I am, and I'm really, really thankful, really grateful for even being given the chance to like try a different route in my career, and it's been amazing. This last couple of years has been just incredible, really. Yeah.
And Viola's here as well, nominated.
Yeah, I love her so much. And, I love seeing her so much. And I text her occasionally, and I'm just she's amazing.
Do you make plans? Do you know what stuff that you want to do?
I
Because it feels
literally
like
know
you...
what I'm doing pretty much until July right now, yeah. I have a series to go back and film as well, yeah.
And how much does it mean to you being a London girl, you know, living in New York but being recognised back here for what you're doing?
It meant a lot. My heart is really warm, and it's made me feel really good because you're not, sometimes you can't be sure, and and I want to make sure that I'm making everyone here proud as well, and I just you don't know until you know, and now I know.
Yeah.
It feels really good.
I get totally starstruck at these things, but I just love seeing everybody. Are you excited like that as well?
Yeah.
Do you still like? I'm a total fan.
I'm gonna go away. I think even when I know people, I'm like, oh, she's here. Oh my god. So I can't help it. Because that's the beauty of it, seeing people that you thought you would never meet, and that's still for me the same thing.
And you're getting to present an award as well.
I am getting to present awards, and one of the people nominated, I'm also a fan of. Sandy Powell is like,
oh, it's costume. Oh my god, you couldn't have picked the most perfect outfit.
I know. Yes! I was like, oh gosh, okay, I have to make this work. This has got to be right, because if it's that, then it's got to be right.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Good luck, and
You
it's
too.
so
You
great
too.
to see
You
the
too.
fabulous Cynthia Erivo, everyone. I'm going to hug her now.
Yeah, oh, it's gorgeous. Oh. Well, be still my beating heart. Here he is, the man of the hour. I'm as thrilled as you are.
Oh, thank you, Vernon. Thank you very,
Honestly.
very much. Yeah,
Like I said to you before we start, you had me at Streisand. The Streisand tweet just melted my heart.
Thank you very, very much.
So
So,
how
you do something that's so personal, and it sort of has reached people in a way that I had no anticipation of.
Well, I was going to ask you that, because you must have had roles down the years where you've thought, oh, this is such a wonderful role, it's really going to connect, and then for one reason or another it doesn't, and then something. What was it about this role?
I have no idea. I think it's a combination of Mr. McCarthy, this script, and the director, and just I don't know. I can't actually tell you. It's just moved people and it's made them laugh. So that combination seems to have won people.
Did you have that feeling when you were working on it?
Every job feels like you go into it, it's a romance that you hope that you're going to fall in love with the people and that it's going to turn out a good, have a good result at the end. But I had no idea that any of this would happen. I've been working 40 years. I've never won anything or been nominated for anything. So to have all this is out-of-body experience for me, genuinely. It is. You've won many awards. So I'm like,
I know exactly how you feel.
Virgin territory.
And like you said, you touched on it a minute earlier to work with Melissa McCarthy as well. And I mean, the body of work itself was beautiful, wasn't it? It was so well acted. It was a lovely double hand.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, she's the most amazingly generous. She treads the line between hilarity and heartbreak like very few actors can. So that in itself, to work with somebody who does that, your game is up instantaneously. So I owe her everything.
And what else have you enjoyed this year?
What else have I done?
No, have you enjoyed film-wise?
Oh, I thought Roma and The Favourite were both absolute masterpieces this year. Yeah.
I want you to have the best night, Richard. It's just a real pleasure seeing you.
I'm so thrilled to be here.
We're talking national treasure status now.
Good luck. Your arms.
Thank you. Yeah, he did mention my arms. Now, we've met loads of nominees already on the carpet tonight, but yesterday we got up close and personal with this year's nominees en masse at the BAFTA Film Sessions, a kind of film star seminar hosted at BAFTA HQ.
Pre-production can save your ass. And that doesn't cost you anything, really. It costs you a lot more if you're not prepared.
Be contrary and be flexible. And by that I mean, just do your own thing, and every time someone says, no, that's not right, don't listen to them.
Everyone in this room, you have something unique to say. Stay true to telling the stories that you want to tell.
Rami's quite a twitchy person, he moves quite a lot, so putting a prosthetic on him was a bit tricky in the morning, so I used to make him go to sleep. I used to say, you have to go to sleep. He would put in his earplugs and he would listen to Queen music and go to sleep and wake up Freddie.
Oh, wow.
Well, they called me about turning Christian Bale into Cheney. When we started shooting, I walked in on the set and the director was standing there, Adam McKay. He goes, Canham, how did you do that? Are you a witch?
And do you find yourself gravitating towards projects that you know that is going to be successful with the public?
We don't take on a job because we think it's going to be successful with the public. We take on a job, I think, speaking for all of us, because it's something that interests us and we want to do.
I knew I wanted to pursue a career in the creative arts, but I also didn't want to give anyone a reason to say no. So I knew that training would be a key to me being able to do the thing I wanted to do.
For me, it feels more like a duty. I know how much a film can really impact people, how much a film can really have a big societal responsibility. It can really, I believe, that cinema can actually have some kind of societal change.
If you write something that's well done, well crafted, that can find its way into the hands of the right people. And in our case, Jordan Peele, Spike Lee, Blumhouse, QC Entertainment, Focus Features, it did just that.
Does it get easier the more films you make? Does it feel like an easier task to go on set and direct, or does it just always feel the same?
It always feels like an impossible task, especially if each film is like reinventing the wheel a bit,
No such thing as easy, especially when it comes to making films.
Eleanor Tomlinson, how are you? You look beautiful.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here.
You have an official job of giving out an award tonight. Do you know which one it is?
Editing and Sound from Henry
incredible.
Golding. I'm very excited.
A really tough group as well.
Yeah, really tough. The competition is always crazy at BAFTA, but particularly this year, I think I have no idea who's going to win.
And what's really nice as well is that getting an outstanding contribution is Stephen and Elizabeth, who made Colette that you were in.
Of course.
Last month. Amazing film, congratulations.
I'm so happy for them. Thank you. Yeah, they deserve it. They are wonderful.
Yeah, it's crazy, amazing what they've done for British film in particular, isn't it? Real kind of bastions of it.
Oh, it really is. Yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful that they're here and being honoured tonight. It's so important.
Do you like coming to award shows? Is it nerve-wracking? Do you like?
It's terrifying, but it's great. It's also very exciting and just lovely to be here, to be part of this crowd. It's very special.
And there's just the most wonderful kind of, it's a night of celebration, and it's a way of people meeting new people as well. And it's lovely to kind of get that thing where you then see people in the future who maybe have met you, who work together in the future.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's a good way of networking and making friends and meeting people. It's it's fun.
What's next for you? What can we see you in next?
Well, I've just finished the last series of Poldark, so that's going into post-production. Yeah,
bittersweet.
It's very bittersweet, but yes, who knows? Who knows what's next? It's very exciting. Got a couple of things coming out. So, yeah.
Okay, well, we look forward to it. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Have a great night, lovely. Take care. Keep warm.
What are you up to tonight? What award are you giving?
I am presenting the EE Rising Star Award. It's a very nice one.
That's a cracker.
Yes, it is, with the lovely Regina King.
And I mean, I'm not asking you for a favourite, but have you? Just some great actors.
Not the first time.
There's some great actors, actresses in there.
Yes.
In that category.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, and it's it's the rising stars. They're our future. They're the next generation. They're the threat, basically.
Yeah. Talk them down. We're all rubbish. This is the real deal.
I used to be that one.
What have you enjoyed this year, film-wise?
Oh God, there's been some really great films. I watched Vice a few nights ago, actually. Really enjoyed that. The favourite for me is my favourite. Yeah. Brilliant performances all around, brilliantly done, brilliantly executed. Yeah, it's a great performance.
And what about you next? I read, is it Emmerich film?
I finished the Emmerich film last autumn, yeah, in Montreal. We shot it's a big World War II movie about the Battle of Midway, which was very fun. I have a big Netflix film coming out in May with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, Murder Mystery it's called. And I go back and shoot the second season of The Alienist, which is...
that was terrific.
Yeah, I was really excited about doing that, yeah.
Have a great night tonight, Luke.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, enjoy tonight.
You too.
Good to have
nice
you
to see you.
Take care.
Hi, Johnny Flynn. How are you? Look fabulous, can I say?
Very much, yeah. Wow, yeah, thanks.
I've got to say congratulations on Beast, because it's nominated a couple of times tonight, but what an extraordinary film.
Oh, I'm just blessed to have been a tiny part of it, really, and I'm so proud of the filmmakers and of Jessie Buckley, the star of the film, and she's nominated for the Rising Star Award, and she's the best person in the world, so I'm thrilled for her and everybody.
I love at this huge, international award show that a film like Beast is getting recognised, because it's, for me, the heart of British filmmaking. It's the type of film that kind of comes from, really.
Yeah, we're all surprised to be here, because I think we felt like, it wasn't, we put a lot of love into the making of the film, and this was a project that Michael, the director and the writer, has been working on for about 10 years, and I think just we loved making it so much that we didn't even. I came out of it thinking, well, that was amazing. What an experience! And now here we are, 2 years after doing that, and
still talking about it.
Yeah, and it's reaching people, and it's a film that asks a lot of questions and of ourselves as human beings, and so I'm very proud of it.
I hear that you're playing David Bowie next. Is that right?
I don't know. That's out there. Yeah. I think that's happening.
That's exciting.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Slightly scary. Hence not being able to actually articulate it.
See you back here in a couple of years then?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Do you get quite excited about coming to these things and meeting your peers and those people that you've admired and watched and enjoyed their work over the years?
It's always a thrill. I just saw Richard E. Grant walking out, and I grew up. I watched with Nell and I at least twice a week as a teenager. We did the drinking game and everything.
Amazing.
So that's pretty cool. And it is actually, even though it looks all glitzy, it's quite a small industry, and you see lots of people that you know and you've loved working with, and so that's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I wish the film all the best of luck tonight.
Thank you so
and
much.
Jessie, who's just extraordinary.
She's amazing.
Her new film Wild Rose as well is just...
I can't wait to see it. Yeah,
I
haven't seen it yet. No.
I feel privileged you've not seen it. I have. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I bet.
Great. It's great to see you, Johnny. Have a great night. Thank you so much for chatting. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, mate. Really nice to meet you.
Joseph, quick picture, please. Yeah, sure. Joseph, can we get a quick picture here, please, Joseph? Sorry? Loved you in Killing Me Softly. Okay, eyes to the top row, eyes this way.
That is looking magnificent.
Thank you.
You do not need to be touching that too much.
Well, it's sort of because I tied it myself. I'm not one. Are you a cheater?
No. I'm sort of midway because you do it once, but then it stays. How you feeling?
All right. Okay.
Used to this, surely. 16th nomination, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I've got seven. I've got 7. But
All in the same place where they're kept.
Comedy. I've got one drama, but that was for writing for Lamia. So I've never had an acting one. So that's nice. I mean, nomination.
And how was the role? How did you find it? What an incredible part.
It was a blast. You know, I was working with John C. Reilly, who I'd admired for years, and the two of us, we were sort of a job shared as a job halved, and so John and I, we worked together on it. So it's quite good when you got a good wingman.
But you always wanted to do something about Laurel and Hardy, or?
I mean, I've always admired them because I worked in comedy, and I felt like when Jeff Pope, who wrote the script, said he was writing. I mean, I've written with Jeff before, and I was writing with him. He said he was working on something about Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, and I thought, oh well, I reckon I might be all right as Stan Laurel. I've got.
What do you think, Jeff?
Well, he wasn't. He hadn't even considered me at that point, but then he came back the next day and said, oh yeah, they're interested in you. So. I thought that it would be a tough thing to do, but I didn't want anyone else to do it.
Yeah. When you find out one of your writing partners is writing something that you're interested in, do you then go, can't we write it together?
Well, it's funny. Well, no, because
how does the protocol of that work?
It's kind of odd because Jeff Pope's a great writer. Does lots of things on his own. Does some things with me, and. But it is odd because you sort of say, well, because I'm a writer and an actor, I sort of like, I'm always having a sniff of what other people are writing. But no, he wrote this himself. I mean, I went through the script with him and, gave him my opinion on things. But it was definitely his script, and but Jeff helps me with my things too. So, but it wasn't a shoo-in just because he'd written it. I had to be, I had allies. Yeah. And once I knew John C. Reilly was on board, that was the big thing. Then I was definitely.
It's a lovely film.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Good luck tonight.
Cheers.
I'm about to fangirl out right now. I had the most extraordinary experience watching your film, Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse, in New York with my kids. Amazing.
Okay, good.
To
Great,
come
good,
out
good.
onto the streets of New York after just watching that film was a proper physical experience. It was extraordinary.
Oh, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Oh,
we appreciate it.
Where did you start with this idea? Because there's so much about the film that I think is quite revolutionary in terms of the animation, the story, the music, everything about it.
We just wanted to make a movie that was worthy of Miles Morales and his family, truthfully. And that's why everybody works so hard to push the boundaries of animation. This is not a genre, it's a medium that can tell all kinds of stories. Yeah. And we're just so glad everybody took a big risk with us.
You must be over the moon with the response to the film, both in terms of the public, but also with things like, awards and getting that recognition.
What's been so cool is to see how people have really connected with the film, and we keep hearing stories from people about people saying like, I took my son and he said he looks like me, or my daughter said I want to grow up to be like her, or they speak Spanish like us, or thanks for making a Spider-Man with a dad bod. Everybody can find somebody to connect to in this film.
The script is just so clever, and like you say, it just really resonates with so many different people. How long did it take to put together?
We started 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and which is actually pretty fast for animation. A year ago, we didn't really know what the movie looked like in the daytime. We were great at making scenes at night.
It's not in the day.
Yeah, not in the day. So hopefully we did all right.
Are we going to get another one?
I hope so.
Me too.
It's very early yet, but there's a lot more to explore in this universe.
Yeah.
The want to now sing one of the songs from the soundtrack at you is kind of like so empowering. It's like, what's up, danger? I'm just like, can't stop me now.
Oh,
I
nice.
did it.
It's great to work out to, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, my
We
kids.
wanted to make a great spin class film.
My 5-year-old's learning to play drums to it. So
there you go.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Listen, it's a real pleasure to meet you. And I wish you all the best for tonight and the rest of awards season.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Thank you, guys.
Glenn Close, Jonathan Pryce, welcome.
Thank you.
How are we feeling? Congratulations on a nomination. You should have been nominated. I'm disgusted.
Well, I know that. There you go. But I'm
know.
very happy that Glenn is.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted him to be with me tonight, because he's my absolute partner in this.
Yeah.
it's a very special film, and I watched it with a lot of films this year, with almost like the feeling in the pit of my stomach that something's coming, and I don't know when it's coming, but I know it's going to come. It felt very special very early. Did you feel that when you were making it, that you had something very special?
I was so concentrated on just doing it and trying to get it right and getting this marriage and the couple and the relationship right that I don't think I speculated about it.
No, so I think it was shot almost chronologically, wasn't
yes.
it? So the story unfolded at the same time we were making it.
Yeah.
So the expectation, we were just in the moment, as they say.
Yeah, very much so.
And in terms of the other films you've seen this year, what have you enjoyed?
I think Capernaum is the best film.
Yeah, me too. It's a big thrill. I met with this director last night, and it's an extraordinary film.
Nadine Lemecq,
extraordinary.
It moved me to my absolute core. I think it's a masterwork. I really do.
And I guess just lastly, going back to the wife, it feels like a very poignant tale for the times we're living in as well.
I think so, and that's another thing you just can't plan, because we filmed it in the fall of 2016. Yes, that's right,
Yeah.
and it was held for a year by Sony, and meanwhile the Me Too movement started up, and all these issues around women and all that, and this movie just, I think, adds to that dialogue.
Yeah,
to that
any
discussion.
sympathy for the husband just melted away overnight.
I tried. I was with you for a little while, and I was like, no, we've got to cut him adrift.
Oh no, I just have to say that Jonathan breaks my heart in this film.
Yeah.
I think it's a complicit relationship it's something that they kind of slip into. But I have to say that the whole sequence at the Nobel Prize, what you did was so profound and heartbreaking. It just would, it's incredible.
It's an incredible piece of work. Thanks for coming tonight, and best of luck. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dermot. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you, Dermot.
Yeah.
Lily Collins, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you? It's freezing.
I know, but you dressed perfectly for it.
Thank you. I know. They're like, we'll give you a jacket and everything. I thought, oh, wow,
Right,
that's
perfect.
a perfect excuse, isn't it?
Congratulations on Les Mis, first of all. You must be very happy with the response to that.
Really, really happy. I know. Now it's moving over to the States in April, so I'm
great.
really excited. Yeah.
And tonight, you're going to give out an award tonight?
I am. I'm giving out 2.
Are you?
Best Animated and Best Production Design.
Well, I just completely fangirled out at the guys from Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, which
Oh my
is
God.
such a great film.
So great. How timely that they were here right before
Exactly.
me. Yeah.
Do you watch a lot of films? Being in the business, is it something you still like to do, to kind of watch and see
I do.
what's around you?
Oh, definitely. I have binge watching sessions. I recently had the flu, and I just sat at home for about a week and just watched all of them all at once. 3 or 4 per day. It was great.
What a great position.
It was a
to be in.
great reason to be sick. Yeah.
Are there films for you that have stood out in terms of you're really happy either they've been nominated or for you personally you've had a connection
Yeah,
with?
I really do think my favorite was The Favorite. And also Olivia Colman I got to spend time with and work with on Les Mis.
yeah.
So I felt really connected to that. And with Nicholas Hoult being in that, and we have Tolkien. So I felt well, there's lots of 6 degrees in that movie of connection.
Maybe you being here tonight as well, you're a lucky charm.
Maybe I am. I'm a lucky Tolkien.
I like what you did there. What's next? What can we see you in next?
Well, I'm about to start shooting a movie with Simon Pegg called Inheritance, which I'm really excited about. And we went to Sundance with Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, the Bundy film.
The Bundy film. I've seen so much about that. I'm excited.
Very excited about that one. And Tolkien comes out in May.
Wow.
So it's kind of...
We're going to see you on a lot of these red carpets over the next few months.
It's a bit busy, but I feel very, very fortunate, yeah.
Well, listen, thanks for being here tonight.
Lovely to
it's
see
really
you.
nice to see you.
Stay warm.
Yeah, and have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thanks, Lily.
Thank you.
Melissa McCarthy, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm great. Excited
Fantastic.
to be here.
Well, listen, best of luck to start with. But let's just talk the whole Richard E. Grant thing as well. You two have just got such a loving going on.
He's such a great guy. I mean, it's like I'm ruined forever. He's so good as someone to act with, and then he's such a fun, fantastic guy that it made every day fantastic.
Well, you were wonderful in the film. by the
Oh,
way.
thank you.
And the pair of you together. It was mesmeric. And you know, me and my wife were like, because it's almost a film that kind of mugs you, you know. When you're watching it, you're kind of like, I Googled her straight away and found out about.
Did you know about her beforehand?
No, not too much.
I didn't either, and I thought, I was in New York at that time period. I felt like I should have, but I don't know. I just kind of fell in love with her right away, and her and Jack together. I just thought it kind of creeps up on you quietly, and all of a sudden you're like, I love them both, and I didn't even know why. I just knew how I felt.
And it's such an unusual story as well, because to start with, you're kind of, what's she doing? And then by the end, you're sort of rooting for her.
You're totally rooting for her. I know people have asked, like, do you think she was wrong with what she did? I'm like, it wasn't the right thing to do, but I don't hold it against her. I'm like, I would have let her off the hook.
Yeah, when we're watching it, we're like, she's on the FBI most wanted. Come on, guys.
Of all the crimes in the world, I was like, I know it wasn't maybe on the up and up, but I was like, I wouldn't have.
What a wonderful part for you to play, though.
It was terrific. I mean, I loved everything about her. I thought the script was just amazing, and getting to work with Marielle Heller, our director, was like, I don't know, it's one of the greatest experiences I've ever had.
Listen, you've got to carry on this love, and you two should not work with anyone else.
I would be up for that. I'm in. Set that up.
Well, you could probably set it up more than me, but he's so loved here, isn't he?
He's fantastic, and everybody loves him, and you know, he gets away. He's a troublemaker, and I love that he's such a hard worker and a troublemaker all in one.
And the thing about him is we're all rooting for him as well, you know? Yeah. It's not about tonight, it's just everyone's rooting for. It's a proper national treasure.
I think so too. I know, I think people genuinely love him, and they should. He's good to his core. He's a good guy.
Best of luck tonight. Have a great time. Lovely to meet you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Pavel, congratulations first of all on your 3 nominations tonight. How did you feel when your film got this recognition from BAFTA particularly?
Nothing but positive feelings, you know. What else? That was great. I never had 3, so it's a new beginning. Yeah.
It's wonderful that a story that is very personal to yourself is resonating with audiences and critics as well. It's getting both sides of it. It must make you feel very proud.
Definitely proud and surprised. Yeah, I mean, it's a story set in the past. You'd think that people need some kind of knowledge of history, but actually it works without too much knowledge. And yeah, it's really great that it travels so far.
There's something about a love story, isn't there? That's universal. That people they still want to see and hear and watch a love story.
Maybe that's what it is, and it's especially a kind of messy, complicated one like this one, but which ends interestingly.
Yeah. Is that the nice thing about when your films get recognised on a stage like this, that it may well be that it might be a new audience that is getting to see your wonderful films?
Well, it definitely widens the net, for the audience, absolutely. And I think the cinemas are still showing it here and there, so I hope people are going to go and see it, pay for the tickets.
Well, I wish you all the best tonight. It's a real honour to meet you, and congratulations again on Cold War.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Mike, just right back to the middle. Just cover. Mike, take your shoulder. Miss Thompson, can I get a quick photo?
Eleanor.
Thank you so much. I've just got. I'll have it ready for you, Eleanor. Promise. And Amy, good guys. Into your
Dee, Peter and Ian, congratulations on your nominations tonight from the Queen. Fabulous, I was about to swear there. Fabulous film. How does it feel to get this recognition for your film?
Well, it's quite stunning. We were kind of praying for best documentary, but to have best outstanding British film as well was really that was just wonderful. The
film as well just seems to have had this wonderful lifespan, that it's constantly, word of mouth is getting out there. People are still talking about it. People are still going to go and see it. That must make you feel wonderful for all the hard work you guys put in.
Yeah, it's always, you make these films and you put so much time into them, and then when the audience responds and you get these great reviews and people go and see it, it just really makes it all worth it.
Have you thought about if you might get up on that stage, if your name is called out, what you're going to say?
I think there's very, very strong films this year, especially in the documentary category. So, you know, I'm a big fan of other films, so I don't hold it too much. But to talk about your previous question, what we're really happy is that the film is very international. You know, it's being appreciated in all the world over. We've had people from Poland, Taiwan, Israel, and that's very strong. That's very good for the British film industry. We need to make film that talk to a global audience, and that we feel very strongly about this, and that's what we've made with McQueen.
And it's a wonderful story. You know, that's the great thing. It's a great film with a great story that's kind of told by Lee in the film. I think that's maybe what's resonating with people. It's such a personal journey that you've managed to create of him.
That was totally the aim. We wanted it to be, in a sense, even though he's no longer with us, we wanted it to be his film.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it feel as if it was the documentary that he would have made.
Yeah. Well, I think he'd love it, and I'm so glad that you guys are here tonight. And
thank you to
go on, McQueen. Yeah, good luck, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Jamie, I only ever seem to bump into you exactly this spot once a year.
Here,
Yeah,
literally,
exactly.
365
Yeah,
days.
have you been?
Very well, thank you. Thank you.
What are you doing tonight? Are you giving an award away?
I am. Me and my castmates of the film Rocket Man are presenting special visual effects.
Now, we have to talk Rocket Man. I'm very excited about it. How was it to do? When do you get to see it?
Get to see it soon, hopefully. It's so fun to do. It's a film about Elton John, the life and times, and the kind of fantastical life and times of his great life. So going to work on a movie like that and getting to hear his songs, and Terence Edgerton is playing Elton John, he's singing all the songs. It's just one of the funnest sets I've ever been on. It's a fantastical journey as well, so it's very surreal and lots of fun.
You play Bernie Taupin.
I play Bernie Taupin. Yeah.
So, and you were saying to me before we came on air, you've got the chance to meet him.
I did, yeah. I mean, whenever you play someone that is still alive and is real, you know, that you always kind of want to go up and just at least introduce yourself. And he was very lovely. He lives in Santa Barbara, and had a nice dinner with him and his wife.
Is the dynamic between those two as relaxed as it always appears to be?
When me and Taryn were kind of researching, they quite famously are on the record. They always say, we never had a fight. We never had an argument. They're the best of friends, which for us is just not useful in terms of a movie, but their friendship endures.
No conflict at all.
We just didn't talk to each other, basically. But their friendship endures. Their work certainly endures, so it's an honour.
Just how, what I still can't get my head around is just how well they know each other.
Yeah.
And yet,
well, also, do you know this? They completely worked independently of one another. Yeah, so he wrote in a room, gave the lyrics to Elton. He went off to a room with his piano, and there's this kind of alchemy that happened between the two of them completely independently of one another. Astonishing. Yeah, but the film really explores the genesis of that relationship, which is really fun.
I can't wait to see it.
Thanks, man.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Good to
Have
see
a
you.
good night tonight.
Thanks, Dermot, and good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Whitmore, live from EE's red carpet of the British Academy Film Awards 2019. And what a backdrop it is here behind me at the Royal Albert Hall. As you can see, quite a lot of guests are arriving already, and it's been such an incredible year of British and international film. Tonight is all about the creme de la creme. And, of course, you know, as film progresses, so does the red carpet. So, for the first time ever, we have the world's first digital supermodel come alive on the red carpet thanks to EE's 5G technology. Have a look at this. Please welcome Shudu. Give us a wave, Shudu. There she is, doing her thing. She is wearing a bespoke dress by Swarovski, and you may be wondering, what is she doing here? Well, I'll tell you. She's going to be taking pictures on these phones of all our red carpet arrivals, and then be sharing them with all you guys at home using a chatbot, which is available to see on @EE Instagram story. So, you know, if you see, for example, Bradley Cooper and go, where did he get his bow tie from? Or Margot Robbie's dress, just go on to @EE and we'll find looks for you. No matter what your personality is, your taste, your shape, there's something for everyone. She really is that clever. So she is live now. That is Shudu on @EE. Go and have a little look. Now over to the lovely Edith.
Elizabeth and Stephen, I'm so excited for you guys tonight because you're getting the, is it outstanding contribution?
Outstanding contribution, yes. Thank
about
you.
time!
Well, no, you got it right. We've had to correct so many people who go lifetime. We said, no,
not yet.
Not yet. It's not a lifetime. We're not over yet. Yeah, it's brilliant.
You must be thrilled.
Yeah, we're very, very thrilled. We're very shocked, actually, and surprised. Well, I was always a little bit of a pain when I was at BAFTA, and I always thought I was a bit of a troublemaker. So when I got the letter, I thought it was perfectly deserved for Elizabeth. But I thought, what are they trying to say? And I think that whole idea of it being a lifetime, we've just started.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's it. It says, you know, this wonderful collection of films that you've given us as film fans over the years, but what's still to come? And that's a lovely thing to celebrate tonight, I guess. That's what it's about.
Yeah, no, it is a real honour because you just get your head down and work, and then when you get something like this, it's just fantastic. You think, yes, we're recognised, we appreciate, but also all the people that we worked with, because it is a collaborative art. It's all about collaboration. So to be able to say to everyone we work with, thank you.
Yeah.
And you, Edith, you've been such a supporter. I feel like we've watched you grow up. We've been doing it that long. That we just
only Earth years. And what for you in terms of being film fans? Are you very glad it's been recognised as BAFTA this year? Is there a film for you that's really stood out that you're glad it's got the recognition?
Well, I mean, for me to be getting this award this year when I think the calibre of films is so high and, you know, also so diverse. There's stories being told from all over the world about people from all over the world, and that's just an amazing thing. There's so many great films here tonight.
Amazing. I can't wait to see you up on stage to hear what you're going to say in your acceptance. Nice though, the pressure to be off and the fact that you come in, you know you've won already.
No, I think we've written and rewritten this speech. We've known about it for a few months now. Yeah. So I'm afraid it might be garbled. I think the only people that are going to understand what we say tonight are people who watch an iPlayer, because they'll be able to go backwards and go, because there's so many people that we want to thank, and it's genuine. We really want to thank so many people, because as producers, we are catalysts, and we really want to talk about everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and so we know it's collaborative art, as Liz said. So we don't, you know, it's a conundrum for us. But I hope we found a way of thanking people who need to thank.
I can't wait. And I can't wait to see what's next as well. So congratulations, and I'm so glad you popped by for a chat.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Edith. Have a great night out here. Stay warm and see you soon.
See you in there. Yeah, thank you.
See you
Thanks
later,
bye,
Edith.
Stephen.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers. No chance of a sketch.
No.
I thought I'd try. I've never had one.
Right, get back for it. One step forward. Penny, eyes to your right. Penny, eyes to the top row. Penny, eyes to your left.
Thank you.
Hello. How are you? Hello. Thanks, man. Thanks very much, man. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm hungry. Someone get this a bit of chocolate.
Do you want a sweet?
We've got chocolates. Do you want one?
Yes.
You stay
Can I
there.
have a chocolate, please? Can we have a chocolate?
God, this is
How are you?
roast potatoes and gravy, is it?
Not yet. Sausage and mash?
Yes, I love that.
I love that that's what you're thinking about right now.
But it's cold and it's like dinner time and I haven't eaten and I'm confused. I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
Here we go, he's back with the wine gun.
Oh my God, it's a wine gun.
Is that all right?
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Oh.
Brian May's just arrived. What is it with you and Brian May? He seems to go everywhere you go.
That's going to be the weirdest question I hear. I just walked back into that. Where did that come from?
What's weird is that my sister used to call me Brian May as a child because I had very similar hair.
I'll just give you the backstory. First man screening, Brian May was there, and he's like, he knows stuff about space and things.
yeah, he's super.
And so I asked if he wanted to ask a question.
In shorthand, he knows stuff about space.
he didn't, but it was fine. I think
No,
he enjoyed
you
the
threw
film.
it out there though.
I did. He had the choice.
Really? Just reply.
What have you asked her while I was away giving sweet?
We were just talking about sausage and
Just
mash.
BS'd, haven't you? Literally.
She didn't ask anything. She was just going, what's sausage and mash?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love that film.
I know you did. I love that film.
She's a great character.
Isn't she?
We need to see more of her on screen. More of those characters.
She's her own biopic. Surely, off the back of
I've
this.
got a wine gum in my mouth.
First Man 2, this time it's personal.
Yeah, exactly. First woman.
Charlotte goes to space.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. She was amazing, amazing woman, amazing.
Did you get to meet, because she passed away, didn't she?
Yeah, she passed away earlier this year, so I thought I would have met her in this whole process that we've had, but I never did, which is something I really regret, but I had such a lovely relationship with her son, so I got to know her through them, which in a weird way is more special, that I got to see their mum through their eyes, really.
And how proud they were of your performance, because it really resonated with them in terms of really touched them.
I think they were, you know, they're grieving, and to be able to be that generous to me and kind and, you know, not kind of look at it and go, you made a mockery of what an incredible mother she was or anything like that. They said, you know, thank you for doing the work.
Yeah.
So,
And you captured that tension between the two of them that was It was quite pronounced, and yet it was like she especially seemed that she was able to bottle it up so well.
Yeah, I think she had to. I think in any kind of crisis situation or anything like that, you do just get on with it. It's only afterwards that you fall apart, I think. And I think that was definitely the case with their relationship and with their marriage and with Janet. I think that she only after the fact realised what a toll it had taken on her, you know, living with that personality, living with that person for such a long time, I suppose.
Amazing. There's sausage and mash waiting at your seat for you.
Imagine, yeah.
Be great, wouldn't it? Just a little sausage and a big
Everyone
dollop of
just
that would be
tucking
great.
in.
Nice, isn't it? That's the way it should be. Do you want to take a traveller?
Can I?
Yeah,
Good luck.
I'm with my brother.
Yeah, go for it.
I love you. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
See you later. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Looking left, please. Looking left. Looking left, please. To your left.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
Oh, so do you.
And look, just eyes back to your left again.
Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
My husband's going to go crazy.
Is he?
Yeah, because he had a heart attack.
Johnny Flynn.
And he couldn't be here.
And Lily, just eyes there for
Come on, get it. Hi, Jessie Buckley. Hello. Congratulations on your EE nomination, but also Beast being recognised as well tonight.
Oh God, it's completely like surreal and lovely, and a small film that has a big heart that's gone a long
So
way. So I'm
good.
just really overwhelmed that people enjoyed it, and yeah, it's been really nice.
And being recognised tonight as well for the only award voted for by the public as well. That's a lovely thing with a wonderful bunch of people.
Oh my God, I can't believe, like, I feel really humbled to be standing alongside like Barry and Cynthia and Letitia and Lakelet and like just everybody who I look up to, and and it to be a public vote and to be, I'm kind of in awe that I'm even here. It doesn't feel real at
You
all.
so deserve it. And I was just chatting to Johnny actually, and I was talking about Wild Rose with him, and he hasn't seen it yet, and I have. Wait till you see it. It's amazing. She's so good in it. And it's the future. It's just exciting for what's coming next.
I haven't got a clue what's coming next. You probably know more than me what's coming next, but
Well,
what's
maybe
next
you're gonna
is
be-
maybe a gin and tonic inside. That's what's
And
gonna
then
come next.
accepting an award on that stage maybe as well.
Well, we
that would
don't
be
know.
awesome.
We'll see.
It's so great to see you. Have a great night. Good luck.
How are you?
Good, good.
How are you feeling about tonight?
Excited?
Yep. Are you nervous at all?
Yes.
Excellent. Sorry, I didn't mean to focus on that. Okay, so
I
what
think everyone's nervous.
what
Everyone's hiding.
what have you enjoyed this year watching? What's been your favourite films?
Oh, I can't. Well, a lot of films I like. I loved The Favorite. I loved The Green Book.
Mhm.
I mean,
And in terms
I
of
don't
where
even remember.
in terms of where we are with British films, and you do a lot of British films, we seem like we're in a really healthy place.
Yes.
All right, that's fantastic.
Sorry, it's too much noise. I
No,
can
don't
barely
worry.
hear what you're saying.
It's fine. Don't worry. Have a great night tonight.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Nice to meet you. Take care.
Figo, congratulations on your nomination tonight.
Thank you. Very happy to be back here.
Green Book is an extraordinary film. I think it's just absolutely wonderful. Was it evident to you when you were sent the script that you knew this was something that was going to connect, there was going to be a story people wanted to see?
Well, you never know if it's going to connect. I knew it was a wonderful story and, profound, funny, that it had a lot of potential. And I'm very happy that it's done so well in North America. And I hear that audiences are really connecting with it here as well. So I'm really happy. And I'm happy that many of us are here. Mahershala's here and Pete Farrelly and the other writers. And, there's always a chance. But win or lose, we know we made a great movie and are very proud of it. So.
This relationship on screen that goes on this incredible journey between you and Mahershala did you do much prep for that before the camera started rolling? Was it something you spoke about and worked on?
Yeah, we did. We talked a lot about it beforehand, and we worked with Pete when we got to Louisiana where we shot the movie and worked for a few days just on the script, making sure everybody was comfortable. And I had fortunately met Mahershala the year before, and we'd got on quite well, so we were really happy when we found out we were going to be working together.
And I imagine you never wanted to see pasta or burgers after this, the amount of food you had to eat for the film.
You know, I didn't think I'd get tired of it because I was eating, you know, 3 or 4 desserts, and I was having a great time getting fat as a tick. And
what a job to get!
Yeah, but after a while, you know, even that, anything in excess, I guess, gets old after a while. So, and it certainly was a lot less fun trying to lose some of that weight. But yeah.
Really great tonight.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the film. It really
Thank you.
is wonderful, and good luck tonight. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beagle. Have a great night.
Very
Thank
nice
you,
to
sir.
see you. You look beautiful.
Hi. Yeah, we're going to follow. Oh, shit.
Mr. Jackson.
Hello. Hi, yeah, you're right. We get a quick photo.
And with your left, please. Cheers to Ledger 4. You look spectacular.
Oh, thank you very much, as do you.
Appreciate it, but come on, guy. Huh? Wow. I'm allowed to touch the merch.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Exactly.
I heard are you going to be doing your first bit of directing soon?
I have directed my first film. So
how was it?
It was fantastic. It's called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. It's coming out 22nd of February in the theatres, limited release, and then on Netflix March 1st.
Oh, Netflix commission as well. Wonderful.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about a young boy, William Kamkwamba, who him and his community were experiencing a famine in 2001, 2002, and he's about 13. He got taken out of school because secondary school isn't free in Malawi, and the community sort of knuckled down, preparing for the worst. And he started sneaking into the school. He found a little textbook called Using Energy, and on the front of it was a picture of a windmill. And so he went in, started using sort of scraps that he could find and anything he could find in sort of local junkyards, and started building a wind turbine.
How did that story get documented?
It was, he actually, years later, he wrote the book about his experience in that time period, which I read in 2009, called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, and I was just blown away by it. You know, just a beautiful story of hope and tenacity and education and science, and a wonderful tale. So I adapted it and made the film.
Okay, what's it like that first day of principal photography when you wake up in the morning and you know you're not acting today. It's all on you.
That feeling is quite special. When it's today, not tomorrow. When it's do or die, you know. Yeah, that was a big moment, and you just kind of, you just breathe deeply and dive in.
And a word on Alfonso tonight, because obviously he's up for so many awards, and you work with him. Funny, I watched Roma the other night, and Children of Men just came into my head. Sure. Those wonderful, beautiful, developing shots, and it's just, that style is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, he's an amazing filmmaker, and obviously having the privilege to work with him then, and working on Children of Men, and it being spectacular, absolutely spectacular right then, and to see even that style kind of develop through Gravity, and then into Roma, which is this sort of magnum opus, this beautiful story, a real story for the ages, for me, and so a wonderful film. But then that's the beauty of tonight, is that there are a few amazing films here, and that's really special. So it's a great time for cinema, and I'm really excited to be here and to be a part of it.
Great to have you with us. Have a great night tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Good to see you.
Sorry, I was just reminiscing with Adam Driver about the last time we chatted, which was here at the Royal Albert Hall, I think, for the last year.
Oh, that's right. No, you're right. On the steps.
On the big, crazy, scary stage up there.
Yeah. That was intense.
Yeah, really. There's so many people.
Yeah, every freckle is.
And just people shouting your name the whole time as well. It's it must be really intimidating.
I just go into a coma, then I wake up and it's usually over.
And you're there.
Yeah.
And congratulations on Black Klansman.
Thank you.
It's an incredible film, and a really important film, I think, as well. Very funny film as well. It's just, I don't know, was that something, everything was on the page, the fact that it was this kind of multifaceted thing?
No, it was there, the story was there. There wasn't much to change apart from the true things and the liberties that Spike took to make it clear, but it was very, it's hard to not say the tropes that actors say all the time. Is it organic and familial? But it totally was. Spike is a good person to work for. He's very impulsive, and his energy is very palpable, and it just sets an environment where everyone, there's no ego. We're there for a short amount of time, so everyone's throwing out ideas.
Yeah, it must be kind of not daunting, but I guess every time with a new film, if you are working with a director that you've never worked with before, they all work differently, and you never really know, or do you know before you go into shooting what their, what their kind of skit is and how they do things?
Yeah, I don't think you ever know until you, even people that you've worked with before, under different circumstances in a different movie with a different cast, have to, calibrate differently. But yeah, it's a risk. You're under, I guess it's a risk. Hard to say with Spike because it didn't feel like, it feels like a no-brainer. But everyone's under an incredible amount of pressure and stress, and it can kind of bring out the worst in people. It can. But him and that cast is the exact opposite. He just, he really gets the best things out of people because he's so personable. There's no in-between between you and Spike. He's coming to your trailer. He's coming right to you. Everything is an atmosphere of love. If there's a problem, we address it immediately and we move on.
Right. It must be really wonderful to get this recognition, though, for not just for the film, it's getting all these award nominations, but for you particularly for this role.
It's a surreal experience. I know that. I know the truth that you're one part of a huge machine. That you can't do anything if you don't have partners that you're like John David Washington, to bounce off of. Or Spike is giving you the best of him. It's hard. You don't want to screw it up. So you try not to buy into the illusion, but I'm happy to be here representing the movie. And for me, yeah, it's pretty. This is not something that I thought was a realistic thing in my life.
And here we are.
Yeah.
I'm excited for what's next. You work with Jim Jarmusch again as well, which is great to see. And then we've got the next episode of the thing we can't talk about. But you know how excited I am about that, particularly for the kids.
Too.
You are?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear. I've got a question from Twitter, if that's all right, because we asked some lovely questions. It's a good question. I know sometimes you go, oh, really? But this is a good question. Black Klansman deals with a very delicate and heavy story. So what was the most difficult scene to do? And what was it like getting into Flip's skin at those times?
What was it like to what?
Get into Flip's skin at those times.
You really focus on what your character in those moments. I'd say the initiation. Sorry, my voice is gone. The clan initiation scene was probably the toughest for everybody on set. But the minutia of filmmaking overtakes what it really means. You're thinking of like hitting your mark and saying the right lines and like meaning what you're saying. It's not till later that you're like, I remember when we were all watching Birth of a Nation and cheering. That didn't seem like something it doesn't seem natural because it's not.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Right,
it's great. Good luck tonight, and it's great to see you. I'll see you back here in December.
Sure.
See you later, Adam. Bye.
Steve, come on outside!
Yeah, Richard?
Thank you so much.
I'm too cold. Thank you, Laura and Shudu. What an amazing hologram that was. Now, I'm joined by very special guests because this year BAFTA ran a competition for people who put themselves out for the love of film. People so dedicated to the big screen, they'd go that extra green mile for their passion. Now, I was lucky enough to be on the jury to choose the winners, and part of the prize was to join us on the red carpet. So tonight, Dan Ellis is one of those gentlemen. Dan, how are you?
I'm so excited. It's amazing to be down here. Yeah, no, it's incredible. everyone's been so lovely. It's been a really exciting day. Yeah.
You look at place, I have to say. You look like you've done a red carpet before.
Well, we've had all the pampering today. My mum's looking gorgeous.
You brought your mum?
Of course I brought my mum, yeah.
Brilliant.
And I mean, everyone back home in Whitley Bay is really excited to be here. And honestly, I'm just absolutely thrilled. It's amazing that BAFTA's recognising everyone in front of camera, behind, distribution, exhibition. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
Now tell everybody what it is specifically that you've done that did, like myself, one of the jurors, recognise as being going over and above the love of film.
Whitley Bay was one of the biggest towns in the country without a cinema. So I moved home after uni and thought, let's open a cinema, why not? And it started as a volunteer project, and since then it's grown into one of the kind of leading independent cinemas in the region. And part of our model, we're a social enterprise, we raise money for charity. It's amazing, I love it.
That's absolutely incredible.
I genuinely, it's for the love of film. I'm thrilled and to be recognised. I'm kind of touched and a bit emotional, but it's mint.
Well, listen, I have a feat for you tonight. I want at least 20 selfies with A-list stars by the end of the night. Otherwise, I'll be very disappointed.
Only 20.
Dan, you're my kind of man.
Oh, no.
Listen, have an amazing evening. It's wonderful what you're doing and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I love how much you love film.
Oh, thank you very much,
Lovely
Edith.
to meet you. Have a great night.
Thanks, will do.
Have a great night, Mum.
Your citation reading tonight, what award are you giving away?
Cinematography.
Oh, what a wonderful one.
Oh, very important for us actors, you know.
It's vital.
Very vital, yeah, so I'm very excited.
What films have you enjoyed this year?
There's been quite a few films. I think across the board, Roma, but you don't have the Green Book. I didn't see it, right? The Green Book. I love Spike Lee's Black Klansman. Everything up there, the favorite, you know, it's very competitive.
And have you literally just wrapped today?
No, I'm still filming.
Still filming.
Last
Full film in London.
Yes.
How's it going?
Tomorrow I have a 5 o'clock pickup.
Oh,
so
wow.
I know, but it's going brilliantly. With Emma Thompson is on set, so it's like, she's like,
you fangirling.
oh my God, I love her. I think she's wonderful. But with her watching over my shoulder, it's kind of like, oh.
Have you filmed in London much?
No, it's been a long time. I don't want to say the last time was Tomorrow Never Dies. So that was a long time ago.
Not that long ago.
But I'm glad to be back.
It's great to have you. Enjoy tonight. Thank you very much.
I will.
I'm now joined by our other winner in the love of film. Ian, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Just so pleased to be here. This is just incredible.
What was your? What did it feel like stepping on that carpet? Then?
Is this real? Is this going to happen? You know, these people looking at me. You know.
But you're here because of what you've done that for the love of film. Tell everybody watching what it is that you've been recognised for.
Well, I've worked with the Screen Machine Mobile Cinema now for 21 years. It's a long period of time. You know, we tour the Highlands and the Islands. We go to all the remote places where there's no cinema. And the very reason for that is we've got all the latest movies and, you know, maybe something else as well. So the little kids will come along, never been to cinema before.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
Oh.
So, you know, for BAFTA to recognise us, very small cinema, 80 seats, you know, and to bring me here as part of the competition, it's just wonderful.
Oh, that's fantastic. And if nothing else as well, I hope it inspires other people to do, you know, and pick up similar things that you're doing, of taking cinema to those people who don't necessarily always get the chance to experience it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's wonderful that BAFTA is actually bringing us, the small guys. I mean, we're a very small organisation, a small team. You know, without all the funding and things, we wouldn't be on the road. So this is recognition, and hopefully others will take up the mantle. So,
who are you excited to see tonight?
Sorry?
Anyone in particular you're excited to see?
Rami Malek. I have shown Bohemian Rhapsody over the last couple of months. The audience, when they leave, can we just watch that again? And I mean, you can't get better than that. You know,
Amazing.
It's just wonderful.
I want to see you dance up that red carpet to Queen in your kilt. Then.
Yay! I did the bit with the mic, but it was a bit dangerous if someone was going to get hit, you know. So.
Listen, enjoy tonight
will,
and congratulations and keep doing what you're doing. It's lovely to meet you.
Lovely.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Ian.
you.
Have a good night. Thank
I
you
will.
so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Love you. there, please. Okay, Mr. Jackson, just there. Okay, Mr. Coogan.
Oh, it's lovely. I get the two pieces of the puzzle because I just spoke to Viggo Mahershala. Congratulations on Green Book.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
You must be very proud at the reaction this film is getting, both in terms of film fans, but also with things like getting recognised at BAFTA.
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, it's, you know, you put all this love and energy and time into these projects, and you just hope that it resonates and speaks to people. So first and foremost, you want to start there. I think to end up here at this event and to sort of be in the circle of recognition is just a real honor, and it's humbling.
It's such a beautiful story, and I know that might be a really bizarre word to choose, but it really is, because it's a kind of unconventional love story between these two characters.
I agree, and I think in a certain way you see one sort of open up and relax and allow himself to be known, and I think you see another gentleman actually experience a real change and an evolution. So it's beautiful to see people develop and grow.
And I guess as well for you, Barry's back here again this year with the Bill Sticky Talk, and you know, it's only a year ago Moonlight was ripping up the red carpet.
Yeah, 2 years ago, just time flies. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. It just comes around like that, but yeah, we're here 2 years later, because we were here in 2017. I couldn't make it because my wife was due on the day of the awards, so I couldn't come out. But yeah, it's come around quickly, but I'm so proud of Barry and happy for him and not at all surprised.
And also congratulations on Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. I love that film.
Thank you.
I completely fangirled out with the guys earlier.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I'm really proud of that movie.
Yeah.
And what we were able to do with that, so yeah.
Listen, good luck tonight.
Thank
it's
you.
so great to see you, and congratulations.
Stay warm.
And Love and True
I don't know how
Detective.
you're doing it.
Oh, I've got so many layers under here, you wouldn't know. Have a good night.
Thank
you, sir. Thank you.
So it's been a great year for British film.
Amazing.
How have you found it?
Oh, look, it's just been extraordinary. I mean, there's such a fantastic level of talent out there. We've got such a lot to be proud of, and it's just wonderful to be here tonight to celebrate it.
Are you giving an award away tonight?
Yes, I'm giving away original music. Yeah. So,
lovely. It's not a bad one.
That's nice, a pretty nice one to give away.
Take that.
Yeah, I might take it home myself.
Obviously, you were working with Christian Bale on Mowgli. How do you define Vice? I thought it was incredible.
I mean, I just think it's one of the. I definitely think he's in the running for winning tonight. I think it's an extraordinary performance. And the thing about Christian is that you can't see the works, and that's what makes him so extraordinary. I mean, with some actors, you can see the effort that they put in to make the role, but you just cannot see. You cannot see the strings with his performance. He's so internalised and has so become that character. It's terrifying.
This time last year, we had a quick chat. I think it's just before Black Panther. It might have been out, but it certainly hadn't hit yet. And you said how proud you are of it. A year down the line, it's unbelievable to see the impact and the footprint it's had.
Absolutely. I mean, it's genuinely one of the films I'm proudest to have been in because of the social impact, you know, the ramifications of what it's done, the way it's changed the way of filmmaking and perceptions of how to cast in films, you know, within a very short space of time.
Well, it feels like the genie's out the bottle, doesn't it? It feels like we can't go back now in a good way.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I really do think it's been a groundbreaking cinematic phenomenon, and yeah, I mean, the social reach, the message it's been giving out globally, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Take care, mate. Have a good night tonight.
Take care.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm really, really well. You must be thrilled with the reaction the favourites getting. I loved it.
I loved it too. It's great. It's so nice to be a part of something that we've had such fun doing, and now to see people enjoy it and respond in that way, it's wicked. It's great.
Do you think Olivia's going to get it tonight?
I hope so.
Me too. I just
She's
want to hear
amazing in it.
her speeches have been amazing, like
Great,
award
isn't she?
show after award
And she's
show.
the best. I think not only such an amazing actress and gives such an amazing performance, but she's so fun to be around and such a great person. I really hope she does.
Yorgos, from what I hear, kind of creates quite a specific atmosphere on set, and particularly in the preparation for the roles and stuff, almost a bit like, kind of feels like sort of play acting almost in a way. Is that quite different for you?
Yeah, he's pretty unconventional with the rehearsal period in particular. There was no kind of talk about the history or the etiquette or the period or the characters. It was just lots of strange exercises and switching parts and rolling around on the floor and trying to work out what he wanted.
Oh, wow.
Lots of humiliation.
I'm very excited because you are due to star alongside Cynthia Erivo, I believe.
Yeah,
Tell me about this.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, we finished that. Just
okay.
before Christmas. It's a film about Harriet Tubman.
Oh, amazing.
And a brilliant woman called Casey Lemons has directed it, and Cynthia plays Harriet. So.
She's amazing, Cynthia,
Yeah, she's
isn't
great.
she? She came up here in the most amazing outfit.
Is she?
She's presenting Best Costume Award tonight, and she could not have picked a better outfit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, have a great night.
Thank
it's
you.
so great to
So
see
good to
you.
see you.
Enjoy. Yeah,
See you soon.
take care,
Thanks.
Joe. Thanks a lot.
See you later.
And I your left here, please. And ice your left, please.
This is Wendy.
Richard, please, the lady behind me. Richard, ice your left again. Your left.
Sure. Can I get a selfie with you?
Yeah.
Left,
left, please. Back to left again.
Nice to meet you, Henry. How are you?
I'm very well. Excited. It's my first BAFTAs.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And how are you feeling?
I'm excited. I really am.
What a couple of years for you.
It's been an insane couple of years. I literally just wrapped this evening on Paul Feig's Last Christmas. They've got a couple days left, but...
It's now 6 o'clock. What time did you finish work?
I finished at 4. Went home, quick shower, jumped...
Whoa, Henry. You're telling you got home, had a shower.
Absolutely. 30 minutes, right? That's all it takes.
That sounds like that's a toilet change for me. If I'm wrapping at 4...
You know the 3 S's. Something, shower and a shave.
Listen, congratulations on the last couple of years.
Appreciate it.
In your wildest dreams, you could not have seen that coming.
I mean, to be honest, it was in my dreams. I think that was really the driving force. But it was always kind of, it's not the right time. It's, we often do that to ourselves. It was like, we're not right for it. We're not ready for it. Sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith, or someone have faith in you, and that was, John Chu.
Well, I was going to say, I read the story. It was just. It read like a fairy tale. It was kind of almost serendipitous,
Yeah, and it took a lot of hard work, a lot of sort of learning on the fly, but I'm truly in love with everything to do with movies, and I have been for so long. I just want to continue to make amazing, phenomenal movies.
Well, I was going to say, you wrapped today. How was it?
Emotional, I got to say. So I was filming with Guy Ritchie on a script called Tough Guys, and so simultaneously filming this really beautiful love story with sort of Last Christmas, so playing a gangster and then into this sort of romantic leading man. Almost some days I was filming in the day with Guy and in the evening with Paul, so I'd have to sort of switch. But it's been phenomenal. It's been great being back in London. So much so, I think it's been the catalyst of perhaps moving back in the summer.
Oh, great. It'd be great to have you back.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
man.
man.
Take care.
Have a good night tonight.
Have a good one.
Back to your left again, sir. David, to your left, please. Hello, this way, please.
We love you, Robbie! We love you!
Please, can I have it? Oh my God. Oh, you're my hero, thank you so much. I'm my friend. Thank you.
Please move my children, fella.
Thank you. Thank you, love you, Rami.
Love in the suit. It's very...
How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. How you been? Saw you at the premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Can I take a quick photo, please? Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Brilliant. Can we get one just here as well?
Sorry, Bobby.
So they'll go in.
And then
Rachel?
fantastic. I love the book. Do you guys suggest I think nobody else can. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's so beautiful. So beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I love the favorite. And I think that Jorgos is amazing, weird, and you guys are.
Very normal. It's Rachel.
No, no, you said weird. I love you because of that. Yeah. I
Surprise. I'll see you soon.
She's like, we're going to do the first photo right up here.
just one photo here, just faces both, and then we'll go in and just
Rachel!
Whoa.
Hi, Rami Malek. How are you?
I'm feeling very well tonight.
Good.
Yeah.
You look fabulous.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on this role. It's extraordinary, and congratulations on the nomination for tonight as well. You must feel very well. How do you feel?
I was thinking on the way here what my younger self, a young Bubba Rami, would have thought about being at the BAFTAs. We were at Kensington Palace last night. I mean, things that you just never think are going to happen in your life. And I guess Freddie Mercury is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, yeah. And to us.
Yeah.
Had you any idea before you took the roles to, I guess, how big he was? I mean, I don't know how big he was in America, but how big he was over here?
He's huge everywhere. I mean, I've been traveling with this film all over the world promoting it. At one point, we were in a concert, we were in a screening in Japan. Everyone was singing every song from Live Aid. We did a Q&A, and they still needed some things translated, but they knew every word to every song.
Yeah.
And so, of course, he's a Brit, he's Parsi, he's Indian, but the world claims him.
Yeah, that's it.
And,
He belongs to everyone.
He belongs to everyone.
Yeah. What for you is the most memorable experience of this whole journey that you've been on so far? What's the thing that sticks with you the most?
It's quite funny, but we call it our own band now, and I think beginning the film with Live Aid, it was kind of a baptism by fire. So we just galvanized ourselves as a group, and that was it. I mean, I've formed some of the best friends of my life from this film, and we've been able to share that with Brian May and Roger Taylor, and shooting here was quite honestly one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Got to go from Abbey Road Studios, Air Studios, see all of London and fall in love with it to a point where I'm now looking for a place to live here.
Yeah! Welcome home, Rami!
Thank you.
Let's get him north.
Yeah, you want to be north.
Really?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll talk after. Okay. And that concert especially, it's interesting. I've had the good fortune to interview a few people down the line, the Eltons of the world, and Elton said, even though Elton was in Philadelphia, he said it was coming down the wire that Queen have absolutely just stolen the show. Yeah. You know, a guy I write with was there at age 18, and he remembers it.
At a moment as well where they weren't expected to do that as well, and I think that that's why.
No. I don't know if Bob Geldof will kill me for this, but I saw him and met him last night, and what he said to me is, he called Freddie and he told him, Freddie, I think that there's an event that was made especially for Queen and especially for you. He goes, this audience is made for Freddie. And Freddie said, what do you mean, darling? And he goes, well, it's the world. and Freddie goes, I see what you mean.
Great.
Listen, it's a pleasure seeing you. Thank you for being here, and we wish you all the best tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you.
Great. Yeah, we'll talk houses later.
Not too north, though.
Alfonso Cuarón, congratulations on this extraordinary film, Roma. You must be very proud of the reaction it's getting.
I'm very happy to be here, yes.
It's quite interesting because most people, you know, if they write and direct a film, then someone else edits it, someone else is a cinematographer. You are nominated in so many categories tonight. This is a really personal journey for you, this film, isn't it?
Well, it definitely is a very personal film, and a lot of the jobs I fell into by accident, but here I am.
Did you ever think it would have this reaction?
No, I thought I was doing something very specific, very personal, that, you know, it was just to have a very specific kind of audience, and I was very gratefully surprised when, you know, when we start showing the film and the emotional response that the audiences were having with it.
Yeah. Is there one award tonight that is particularly special to you, that is the one that you'd really like the film to receive?
Well, I'm just very happy that the film is embraced. You know, it's a film about a domestic worker from indigenous background.
Yeah.
And that audiences are embracing this character means a lot to me.
I hope that you come back with another film very, very soon, because your filmmaking is extraordinary. Gravity was just extraordinary, but to come back with something like this that is so different from what we have known you from in the past, I'm very excited to know what's next. Do you have the next project in mind?
I'm not very prolific. I make a film every 5-6 years.
Oh, please make one sooner. Congratulations on Roma, and it's a real pleasure to talk to you. Good luck tonight, Alfonso. Thank you.
So
Thanks so much.
Kerry, pleasure.
Rachel Weisz, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Not bad, times are ticking.
I know. The red carpet got shut down for ages.
Where were you? Were you just doing laps?
I was in a car. No, I was just in a car down there waiting. Yeah.
I guess what I wanted to ask you mostly about was just the chemistry between you, with the three of you on The Favourite. It was something. It certainly seemed something quite extraordinary when we were watching it.
I mean, Olivia Colman, Emma Stone. Need I say more? They're spectacular women. So chemistry is something you can't really make up. You either have it or you don't. And
did you get it early when you're on set? Is it something you find quite early?
The moment I laid eyes on them.
Seriously?
I think so. I don't know. It's not like a science, but they're glorious women.
It's an extraordinary story as well, because it's one of those films that, when I was watching, I normally just, you know, I put all electronic devices away, I assure you. But I couldn't help but get my phone out and go, how much of this is for real? And then I sort of went in down the rabbit hole of the internet, and it's so faithful to the story.
Yeah, the basic story is true. There are bits that are imagined, like we don't know exactly what they did in the bedroom, for instance, but the basic plot is true, yes.
Sure, but your character in particular, you kind of ran the country.
She did, Lady Churchill, Lady Sarah did. She related to Lady Diana and Winston Churchill. She's maybe a cross between them both.
Then I started going down the family trees, and I was like, oh, come on, guys.
I know, yeah, she's got good lineage.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Nice to
Lovely
meet
to see you.
It's not raining this year.
At least it's not raining, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
Congratulations on
Thank
this
you.
film and these nominations.
Thank you.
You're
Last
no
time I was here, it was pouring, and I remember it was only me and Joaquin Phoenix. Everybody ran in, and we were the only ones that we got drenched.
Staying out.
Yeah.
I've got to speak to everyone. What does it mean to you that your film gets this recognition across so many different areas of the film?
It's insane. It really is. You know, you hope you make something that people are going to react to, and you ask all these people to come aboard with you, and for them to be recognized for taking that chance on me means the world to me.
I find it extraordinary as well because so much rests on you and your performance in this film because you're the first thing that we see, and when we enter his world we have to believe him.
Yeah.
We have to believe that world, and you get us and you've got us straight away. And I wanted to ask kind of if that was really evident to you in terms of how much weighed on your performance, because Gaga is extraordinary and it's a new world for her, but for you?
No, I mean, the key was right off the bat for people to forget that it's me and really believe it's Jackson Maine.
Yeah.
And that was the goal of that first scene,
Yeah.
was that within 20 seconds, hopefully you're completely in that world, so that when she comes, because she's the real deal,
Yeah.
you'll believe the authenticity. So it was crucial, that scene. It was like, either the film begins or ends at the end of that scene. You either go, I don't buy it, or you're like, oh, I'm in.
You nailed it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I watched you a couple of weeks ago perform with Gaga in Vegas.
Oh
How
my
was
gosh.
that?
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Yeah?
That was crazy.
Was that like a last minute thing where you
yeah,
kind of, oh
yeah,
my
that was the
God.
last minute thing. Yeah, it was nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Were you
Especially because I sat there and watched the show for 2 hours and she crushed it. And I was thinking, and we talked about maybe we'd sing that song. And then she says, come out. And I thought, I could really ruin that whole beautiful performance. But I just wanted to be on key and in time. That was all I cared about.
Tonight, with this amazing recognition the film's got across the board in all these different categories, is there one for you that means the most?
I hope, I mean, her winning would be amazing.
Oh, come on, what
Yeah.
about you?
That would be cool. But the truth is, like, for her to take that shot with me and then get that accolade would be, like, insane.
And I know this is something you've wanted to do forever, you've wanted to direct forever, and the response that this film's had, what is next? Are you already working on the next project as director?
Yeah.
What can you tell me?
I can't tell you
Oh,
anything.
come on!
Well,
Little tiny thing.
I mean, I'm excited.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'll let you go now.
right.
Listen, I wish you the best
Yeah,
for tonight.
thanks.
Really, really do.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Great to see you.
Really great to see you.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
yeah.
Thanks.
Tisha, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
How you feeling about tonight?
I feel good. It's been a great atmosphere coming out here, seeing everybody's support. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm just excited to meet all of the filmmakers who have inspired me over the years. You know, I'm happy to be here. Really happy to be here.
And you're an open page. I follow you on social media. You're an open page. You just put it out. That's what I love about you. You wake up in the morning, you're feeling good. You're like, I am feeling great this morning.
I am, and I try to make everybody else feel good too. So
I don't.
yeah.
It works on me.
Oh, bless you.
And when did you find out you were nominated? Hang on. What you found it?
I just saw Bradley
Yeah,
Cooper,
yeah.
so
I'm
it's
freaking.
cool.
We're both freaking out about that.
It's cool. We're all a part of the Marvel universe, so that's a blessing. When I saw or heard the news, I was in rehearsal for a play I did at the Young Vic called The Convert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I heard and I ran around the stage, you know, and I was really screaming and happy and rejoicing and praising God. And then I just kind of like let it just sink in a little bit and not get overwhelmed by it. But now that I'm here and it's actually a reality, it's actually madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But
it's
in a
cool.
nice way.
In a good way. I'm so grateful, like, for the British support and the public and everybody supporting our work. Yeah, it feels good to be here.
And I spoke to Andy Serkis earlier on, and this time last year, we just started talking about, you know, the embryo of Black Panther, but now, like, where it's gone, how it's blown up, and the impact it's had. You
Yeah.
must be very proud of that.
I'm very proud. I'm very honoured to be a part of such a film like that and to play a character that can inspire so many young girls and boys around the world. And now to be at the BAFTAs and for it to be a part of the work that I've done and to be recognised, I'm really proud. I'm really grateful as well.
You should be.
Thank you so much.
Good luck tonight.
Thank
Lovely
you.
meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Take
Bless
care.
you.
God bless.
Keith, how are you, sir?
I'm great, thank you.
So great to see you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the EE Rising Star. What does that kind of thing mean to you in terms of, it's the only award voted for by the public as well, which is a big thing in these big award shows. awards?
It's so nice. Thank you everybody who's voted. Thank you BAFTA for recognizing me in this way. It's quite nice, and I'm just happy to be here. My first one, so.
Well, see, last year your co-star in Get Out, Daniel Kaluuya, picked up the award, and we were kind of really blown away by your performance in that film in particular. It's a wonderful thing to see where your journey's going as an actor. What are the things that form your decisions on what is the project that you work on next? What kind of thing are you looking for? Moves.
Warmth.
I like that.
Just great
You're the
people.
first person to dance on our stage tonight, but I like it.
Just great people and good stories. It's very rare you come across scripts that actually move you in any particular way. So I'm quite happy when things come that are nice, and yeah, just the opportunity to work with people that I love and have a good time, and hopefully make things that people can share in and be a part of. So
there's an amazing, watching you and Tessa Thompson together as well in your latest film was just extraordinary. When you have a co-star that you, I mean, I don't know if you were friends beforehand and stuff, but working on that relationship to make sure that it sparks on screen, that's a great thing to go and discover.
Yeah, it's quite nice when you can make friends with people easily, right? Like you're my friend now already.
Well,
yeah, that doesn't happen every day, so we're always grateful when we have those kind of situations. And with me and Tessa, it was just that. It was just like came together like glue, went off.
Amazing. Listen, it's great to chat to you.
Hey, thank you.
Good luck tonight, my friend.
Thank you very much.
My new friend. Nice to meet you.
Right,
have a good one. Bye.
Barry Keoghan, look at you, you look terrific.
Awesome.
You do as well, I mean.
Oh, stop now.
Great outfit. How are you feeling about tonight, man? Rising stars.
Yeah, it's...
Congratulations.
I mean, it's surreal, isn't it? You know, I remember sitting at home and watching the BAFTAs in me boxers, eating a bowl of cornflakes going, you know, I'd love to be in that room.
Man, I'm cold.
Yeah, I'm cold.
It's heating up.
It's the one award voted for by the public, and does that mean something special to you?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just even being here is a win, isn't it? You know, and I said that already. Like, I'm here with people I admire. I'm here. I'm looking at all these lads like in the movies, and it's like, you know, it's just the presence, the energy. It's just nice.
It's such a brilliantly timed award, I think, the Rising Star as well, because quite often you get these great kind of young character actors like yourself that get nominated for it. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean about that?
Yeah, definitely. And what's been wonderful, though, is seeing your performances through the BAFTAs over the last few years as well, in Dunkirk and you know, as well, the British Film Awards with Yorgos's film and things like that. And you work with incredible directors.
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky in that way, haven't I? You know, Chris Nolan, Yorgos, Jan de Mange, Bart Layton. You know, I'm blessed. I really am, and I want to keep that reputation up, and you know, it's so kind of tough to keep that reputation up.
Just keep doing what you do.
If you have a script there.
Oh, you're amazing. Good luck tonight, buddy. Great to see you. Take care.
Now,
Good luck.
it's not just film star royalty here tonight. We've got actual royalty, and we've just been given the full security clearance to tell you that BAFTA President Duke of Cambridge, along with the Duchess, also of Cambridge, are just about to arrive. You curtsy away, young lady.
Look at that incredible view as well. There they
Yeah,
are.
they are.
With Amanda Berry, who runs BAFTA. She does an incredible job.
Incredible CEO, isn't she? Yeah, she's great.
Kate looks stunning. Absolutely stunning.
And so much happier than this time last year, I'd wager as well, because she can finally
She
come.
was very pregnant
She was,
last year,
she?
wasn't she, when she came? Straight to the champagne bar when she gets in. Maybe. Oh, wow.
The Duke and Duchess, all the film stars, and everyone else, I think, is pretty much here. Is that right?
I think that's it, yeah. It's been amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Good fun?
strikes me as a good time, I think, to wrap this bad boy up.
Oh, really?
What are you doing?
Oh, well, stay tuned actually, because on BBC One it's the main show 9 o'clock. I'm actually heading inside. I'm interviewing the winners straight after they get their awards on BAFTA's social channels. So
I'm both jealous and grateful about that.
I'm excited.
No, I'm excited.
I'm going to go, though.
I'd like to do that, but at the
well, okay.
Whoa.
I'm going to go in because I've got my special pass that gets me in. So
Fine.
Thanks.
Don't
I've
you worry
had fun.
about it.
I'll see you.
See you.
See you later. Bye.
Don't worry about me.
See you
I'm
later.
just a poor
Sorry.
boy. I need no sympathy.
They said you can come in if you promise to wipe your feet at the door. Come on.
No deal. All right, I'm coming. That's it from us. We'll leave you some of the highlights of what's been a fantastically red and carpety EE BAFTA Film Awards red carpet. Thanks a million for watching, everyone. Bye. Wait for me.